This is the plaintiff, Carrie Sattarelli. She says she and her husband bought twin beds for their daughters from the defendant. But when they put the mattresses on them, the bed frames were too short. The things turned out to be 4 inches shorter than the standard twin mattresses they placed on them. When she called the defendant to complain, she had the unmitigated gall to tell her to cut the mattresses down to fit the frames. Is this woman serious? She's suing for $450, the amount she paid for the flawed frames. This is the defendant, Sarah Boyd Lade. She says she sold the plaintiff her childhood bed frames, which had been stored in her mother's house for decades. She set one of them up for the plaintiff and told her she thought they might be a little smaller than the standard size, and seemed to remember her mother cutting the mattresses to fit. The woman then paid her $450 cash and drove away with them. Now it's her problem? She doesn't think so, and feels the judge will agree. She is accused of being short with a customer.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Have a seat, guys.
How are you going to get by there?
Litigants have been sworn you.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Carrie Sattarelli? Sattarelli. You are suing Sarah Boyd Lade?
Yep.
And Jane Lee Lade? Who's Jane?
My mom.
All right, you have power of attorney for her?
Yes.
For $450, the amount that you paid for these 2 beds that were advertised that, as it turns out, do not fit a standard twin. Okay, talk to me. What's going on?
In October of 2012, October 13th, there was an advertisement placed on Craigslist.
Do you happen to have it?
I do. The first page is the picture. The second page is the description of the advertisement.
Okay, so you see it advertised on Craigslist, and what does it say?
2 twin beds are made of beautiful English pine. They are perfect for a child's bedroom or guest bedroom. Both head and footboards have round finials on the post. $299 for one or $450 for the 2. Call or email for more information.
Okay. Are these the pictures that were attached?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
I've been looking for twin beds for my daughters, and I saw them. They looked exactly like what I was looking for. So I had called her as well as emailed her to say I was interested in the beds, and we set up a time to see the beds the next morning.
Okay. Who went to look at the beds?
My husband, Danny, and myself.
Okay.
We brought the daughters as well.
And how many kids do you have?
3.
3. Okay, what do you have?
I have a 3-year-old daughter, a 2-year-old daughter. It was for them, and then I just have a 5-week-old now.
A 5-week-old?
Daughter.
Daughter?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a great age spread, and having 3 girls is the bomb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
All right, so you bought this for the 2 and the 3-year-old?
Yes.
Okay, and then so the 2 of you go to check out the beds and what?
And I know, upon first notice, I said, they look a little bit short. Are you sure these fit a standard twin mattress? And she said, yes. So we
you have a very different story about how that conversation went.
They said, does this fit a standard twin mattress? And I said, I'm not sure. I know they're antique. And if you look on bedsleepies.com and stuff, you can see that the mattresses for antique beds, you have to get custom, and they're different. And in this case, they're antique. They're narrower. And my parents cut foam to fit the beds.
Is
and
the problem that they're narrow or that they're short? Which is it? Oh, so pretty.
They're beautiful.
Aren't they?
They are beautiful.
They're just beautiful. How old are these?
They're old. I don't know. They've been.
Did you sleep on them?
No, my sister did.
How old is your sister?
24.
Well, how did your mom get them?
She got them at an antique store in Darien 21 years ago.
But nobody knows how old they are?
No.
So you see the beds and you're concerned. Why don't you just have the measurements of what you want?
I've been looking for twin beds for a long time, and I had been looking on Craigslist. And in general, when you're buying a twin bed, when they advertise it as twin, it should indeed fit a twin.
They're different size twins, though, aren't there?
I
mean, there's extra long twin, there's twin.
But you would see that as extra long. Like they have for like dormitories, they have extra long and whatnot. But a standard twin is a standard twin.
Excuse me. Do my feet fit?
You fit.
I fit?
You do. Are you a twin?
I kind of feel like one of the 7 dwarfs. Why didn't somebody, if you guys have a concern about the size enough to discuss it amongst yourselves, why wouldn't you get a tape measure it, and go online and figure out what it is going on?
Because she used the words, it fits a standard size mattress. Mattress, not foam mattress.
No.
like I said, it just looked a little bit short, but by my eye, not by any measurement. You're right. We probably
Why didn't
should
you just
have
measure the thing to make sure that it was what you wanted?
I honestly didn't know they made so many different size mattresses. I thought standard twin was one size only.
Did you already have the mattresses or not yet?
No, we went that day and
Okay.
purchased standard twin mattresses because she
And
told
they're
us
how
they-
short or what's the
They
issue?
were either 3 to 4 inches short and 3 to 4 inches narrow.
So you call her and you tell her, we have a problem, Houston. And she says what?
Well, I left a message for her. I had said, I'm sorry. I said, but my husband and I went out and got these mattresses from the store. We brought them right home so our daughters can sleep in them that night. And the mattress will clearly not fit the bed. And I left the message saying, we need to take them back. We need for you to call us back so we can figure this out. And I did receive a call back that evening saying, I spoke to my mom and she told me that, that back in when we had them, that they cut them.
That's the first time, according to you, that
Yes.
she provides that information.
Yes.
Were you there during that conversation?
No, not.
It was on the
no.
phone.
Yep.
He was in the house with me, but
Okay.
it was me. It was basically most of the
So she
directions
tells you,
was.
my mom says that you need to buy a foam mattress and cut it down.
That's what they did. Yeah.
Right.
But we were hoping that these beds would make it through at least their teenage years. and so on.
Make it a lot longer than just the Lilliputian era. First of all, can you measure that for me? Will you measure the inside space? And your answer to all this is what? They got a deal. They're really pretty.
I didn't say they were standard. You
didn't say standard, but you did say twin.
They are twin. A twin, by definition, is a bed with a matching counterpart.
A twin is a bed with a matching counterpart. I thought a twin was a size of a bed.
No. Well, there's several types of twin. There's twin XL, as you mentioned before.
Yeah.
And there's one other one. There's an antique twin, a standard twin, and a college or XL twin.
Did you advertise this as an antique twin?
No, just a twin.
You just said twin. See, let me tell you something. I see both sides of your story here. From your perspective, here's what you have. You have somebody advertising a twin. You say, I brought it up, and she said, yeah, it'll fit a twin. And you take it, and it doesn't fit a twin by a long shot. From your perspective, I understand that, hey, no matter what, whether I put the word twin, they're assuming twin means a certain measurement. Nobody took out a measure, something to measure it. They look at it, they raise a concern, and they still go ahead and take it. Why would I have to take it back, Judge? It's a sale, as is. If they have a concern about the size, maybe they should be measuring it and figuring it out before they end up buying it. Did it ever occur to any of you to do either what I did, which is lie down next to it, or lie down on it? Why didn't anybody do that?
Truly, the fact that it's 3 or 4 inches, it didn't look that short for me to be concerned. And when we asked her and she gave us the answer of it's a standard twin, then we had no doubts. It wasn't like it was a child size or a toddler size bed.
I mean, because you knew that we're antique, though, right? Like she told you we got them in an antique shop and blah, blah, blah.
Yes,
Absolutely not.
Oh, I know she did.
No,
Because
she
she
did
wants to
not.
get top dollar for these.
She definitely
And so
did
she's
not.
going to tell you how great they are and that,
When we went to speak to her about them, she said they were in her sister's room that she slept in when she was a child. That's all she told us. She never disclosed that they were antique and that they were less than average size.
Did the girls like the beds?
They loved them.
They loved them, right?
I like the beds. They just don't fit mattresses.
I know.
We got
What does
that.
it cost to get a foam mattress that would fit those?
In the neighborhood of 250 plus. That wasn't part of our mind frame. We were thinking budget wise what we could
Sure.
afford.
All right, we're going to take a short recess.
All rise.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, is it tough luck for this plaintiff?
I don't think so. I think the obligation is if she's told they're twins, they should be twins.
But they are twins. They're just smaller than normal.
I think if I'm told twins, I would expect them to be standard size of a twin.
Okay, but she saw that there was a problem here. She saw that they looked smaller.
Yeah, I think she should have measured it or knew about it.
Her fault?
Yeah.
Does she get the money back?
Don't waste my time with that. I mean, if I was, the person that sold it somewhere, I'd be like, you know what? You have an idea what you want. We're not going to.
So tough luck for the plaintiff is what you're saying.
Not for her.
God, you're tall. Going inside the courtroom.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Have a seat.
All right. I have a couple things to say. 'Cause I got to tell you, this is a really close case. I have these beds that don't obviously look small, but they kind of look small to me. I think you should be that savvy to kind of look at it and wonder and just measure, particularly when you have a concern. But there's something that keeps bothering me. You had said that the first time they ever mentioned the size is when they're storing the beds into their trailer. Is that correct?
No, before they bought them, they asked me about them. But mind you, when they were...
Stop talking.
Okay.
Right before they loaded it on the trailer, she asked if it would fit regular twin mattresses. You first said, I thought my parents might have cut mattresses down for my sister and I to fit the beds. You crossed that out and you wrote, I knew parents had cut mattresses down for my sister and I to fit the beds. Let me tell you what you didn't cross out. Right before they loaded it on the trailer, she asked if it would fit regular twin mattresses. So why are you changing your story now and saying that that happened before they bought it? Let me tell you why I know you're lying. Because there's no possible way that they asked you that question, that you told them, oh yes, that my mother cut twin mattresses, and then they march off to Mattress City to buy 2 twin beds. So I know you didn't give them that information then. Take back the beds. $450 verdict for the plaintiff.
Well, one party's going to be happy about this ruling, the plaintiff, but this is the defendant coming out here, and you do not look happy.
No.
You got those beds, but you just can't get rid of those things.
I don't want them back.
Well, you don't have to really take them back. You could just say...
Well, now I can sell them again, but as seen on People's Court.
Yeah. You said twin. You could have said matching.
Sure.
You want to maybe try that next time in the ad?
Next
Did
time
I just
I
give
will.
you a good idea?
I
Matching?
got it. Yeah.
Don't use the word twin because that indicates a size in the bed business.
Yeah, it's
right?
open to interpretation.
Yeah.
So
Matching?
matching
All
beds.
right. Right around the
Thank
corner
you.
this way. All right, so come on out here whenever you're ready. Tell me what you're feeling now that you don't have to go home with those
Feel great.
Feel
those
good.
beds are, chained to your legs.
Not anymore. Like going home with them.
Yeah, and next time, if you buy from someone like this,
Learn
what are you
my
going to
lesson.
bring with you?
Tape measure.
Harvey?
So here's the deal, guys. Judges use common sense in a lot of these cases, and it doesn't make sense that if the defendant really disclosed that these were anything other than standard twins, that the plaintiff would have gone through with the deal. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.